Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms. Let's jump into it, man. Yo, Alycia Baumgardner. Yo, why is she always getting bullied? You know what I'm saying? This shit's getting out of control, man. You know, she's received an outsized amount of criticism online from Clarissa Shields and what's her name, Caroline Dubois. And fans are voicing concerns, man, because they just feel like this stuff is just piling up, and the public exchanges from other fighters on her, they just think it's jealousy and it's unfair. You know what I'm saying? A lot of supporters are out here arguing that if another fighter wants a bout, negotiations should focus on realistic weight classes, business terms, mutual interest, respect, rather than trying to put public pressure on Alycia. Let me tell you something. Alycia Baumgardner is up and away. All she got to do is remain professional. You know what I'm saying? We understand rivalry. We understand there's going to be exchanges, you know what I'm saying? A little pre-fight promotion. We get it. But, you know, I think a broader takeaway is that fans generally respond better when rivalry stays centered on boxing accomplishments rather than personal attacks. And when you watch Clarissa Shields and how she's been towards Alycia, and, you know, we all know about the slap. Then to see Caroline Dubois not taking her foot off of her neck, it just has fans starting to really not like Caroline Dubois. Now, we don't mind a little trash talk, but the thing is, Caroline seems to be going the big GOAT route. She like a GOAT Jr. around here. You know what I'm saying? And it's getting old because there's no need for that. This whole thing about tell Alycia come up to 135. How about this? You go to 130. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Caroline Dubois was the bigger name, if she was the A-side, I would understand 100%. Alycia, you're not the bigger name. Go up to 135. But that's not the case. Alycia is the bigger name. Alycia has a bigger profile. Does that mean she's a better fighter? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is she's the A-side. So if you really want to fight her that bad, this is for Caroline Dubois. And Caroline Dubois can fight. She gets busy. Just go down. Go down to 130. Drop 5 more pounds. Put that pressure on her and Jake that way. Not just out here calling her scared and insulting her and going back and forth. That's corny. Because to me, the A side is going to dictate things. And don't be out here. Because Clarissa Shields, in my opinion, is just using Caroline Dubois. That's what I think. She's just using her to bully Alycia, to get under Alicia's skin. You know what I mean? Clarissa is a nasty-ass person. And that's my opinion of her. Her attitude, her ways, everything about her is nasty, nasty, nasty. And once she feels like, you know, she can't use you, or maybe you're not doing the things she wants you to do, or there's some kind of disconnect in the relationship, she's going to treat Caroline Dubois the same way she treats Alycia Baumgardner. Probably even worse. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, again, I'm going to tell you the broader takeaway, fans respond better when rivalry stays centered on boxing, not with the personal attacks. Caroline Dubois needs to understand that, because she's really mad one more outburst or one more attack on Alycia before she gets her ass canceled by the boxing fans, and they start to treat her and talk about her the same way they do Clarissa. And Caroline Dubois don't want that. She doesn't want that. She got a little taste of it, but it can get worse. So, you know, hopefully she stays professional. Talk a little shit, but don't go overboard and be double teaming Alycia with Big GOAT. Because Big GOAT to me is just using Caroline. Now, talk about people getting, you know, being used. I don't know who's convincing these boxers to go into this bare knuckle boxing bullshit. You know, bare knuckle boxing has become an increasingly visible part of combat sports. Now, the one name that comes to mind is Paulie Malignaggi. He already couldn't hit hard. That man went over there, boy, and they put the bing-bings on his ass. Like Freddy Krueger got a hold of him, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre got a hold of him, man, and just chopped his ass up like a pine tree and stuck a couple pine cones in his ass. I was like, God damn. Paulie Malignaggi's face was messed up, man. Then you had Austin Trout go over there. He did good in one fight. Next one got knocked out cold. But now you got, you know, Yuriorkis Gamboa going over. You know what I'm saying? This thing about competing in bare knuckle boxing, the rules are different, man. In a traditional boxing fight, the boxer wins, but this bare knuckle shit is a different world. So for Yuriorkis Gamboa to be going over there and he's in his 40s, you know, to that I say, in the most respectful way, Mr. Gamboa or Senor, hold your horses and stop taking it to the goddamn stupid. About to get your ass tore up over there, man, doing this bullshit, man. You know, I admit I admire the courage, but I also have concern because this bare knuckle competition results in more facial damage and can be very damaging, especially on an aging athlete. So good luck to Yuriorkis Gamboa. He gonna do what he wants, but I wouldn't do that shit. Forget that. Now, talking about something else I won't do. I won't be doing no crack. I won't be doing no cocaine. I've never done a drug in my life. Nothing. Never smoked weed, never done nothing. I used to take a little drink back in the day. I haven't drank alcohol in 16 years. So, yeah, Hood Champion's not that guy. But Joseph Parker has been cleared of his drug ban, so he's back to boxing now. You know, had a couple years off. But I'm going to tell you, y'all know he tested positive for cocaine, and they never really explained it. But questions remain among a lot of fans regarding earlier reports about them damn drug tests. But unless governing bodies or official rulings establish wrongdoing, it's important not to assume the facts have been confirmed. But hey, if your damn test comes back positive, then what? My thing is, when it comes to the governing bodies and these people who are going to deliver official rulings, right? Well, what's the decision? What's the official ruling? The man tested positive. So what are we doing here? He just let some time go by and think people forget? It's just like with Conor Benn. Conor Benn tested positive for PEDS. What happened with that? Nothing. They just let time go by. They did a whole bunch of talking. He came back to boxing. He never cleared that shit up. That shit's as clear as mud. So anyway, with Joseph Parker, you know, whatever, he's back. Who he gonna fight next? I don't know. Somebody was saying he should fight Usyk. He ain't fighting no damn Usyk. He got to get back in line. But he is connected to that secret society. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes straight into a title shot. But I don't think that's fair. Just like I didn't think it was fair for Jai Opetaia to lose that fight with Noel McKellion. But now Jai Opetaia is fighting Noel McKellion at cruiserweight for the ring title, the Zuffa title, and looks to be the WBC cruiserweight title. Now, you know, initially he was supposed to fight McKellion. Then McKellion was supposed to fight Benavidez. But now it's come back with Jai Opetaia and McKellion. Now, they've gone through a whole lot of changes. You know, I don't know what's happened. I just know that we were all confused. But the negotiations have evolved and the dust has settled. And Jai Opetaia is fighting Noel McKellion. It could be for all three of those belts. But no matter how it came together, we know when turkey's in the house, every day is Thanksgiving. I think it's Turkey Alycia that came through. And now we got with Jai Opetaia a meaningful cruiserweight fight with major championship implications. And this is good medicine for Jai Opetaia. I got to give a shout out to the Osmoan, Aussie, oi, because it looked like Jai Opetaia's career was in limbo, man. It's like, damn, boy, he over there with Zuffa and Turkey Alycia can't straighten this shit out. All you got to do is drop $1 billion on somebody. Shit. He dropped $1 billion on me, man. I'll fly over there, man, and whip everybody's ass. Like, get this motherfucker a fight. Anyway, good luck to Jai when he gets ready to fight Noel McKellion. Don King a little bit pissed off. Like, how the hell Don King's still in the mix? Tell me there's a contract and, you know, nobody wants to get sued. They better get out the way. Yo, Don King, hold your horses and stop taking it to the stupid. You need to get his ass out of here. Anyway, enough about that. But something on a more serious note. I don't know if y'all heard, man, there is a fighter named Raven Chapman. She was sparring and suffered some serious injuries, man. She underwent emergency surgery for a serious brain injury, bleeding on the brain. But I'm going to tell you right now, she had been put into an induced coma. She's been put in an induced coma, and they're just monitoring her. So she has some problems right now, serious problems. But I'll just tell you this. This was just sparring, and, you know, a lot of times, man, sparring is where the damage happens. You know, sparring is where fighters get hurt. You know what I mean? And it just lets you know that boxing remains an inherently dangerous sport. So good luck to her, man. And I'll follow up on it because I wasn't expecting to see that. But it just makes you wonder, man, why go so hard in sparring to? Well, I don't know what happened. I just know she had bleeding on the brain. The shit was bad. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, something else we're sitting back waiting to see what happens is Keyshawn Davis. Oh, Keyshawn Davis missed an opportunity to fight Devin Haney because somebody said he wanted $5 million. This is after he paid all his fees, his team, everything. He wanted to pocket $5 million. Now, to that I say, in the most respectful way, Keyshawn Davis, hold your horses. Stop taking it to the stupid. Man, you should have just fought Devin. Just fight him. Fight him and beat him, and you the man. But you couldn't even do that. Now, I know some people are going to say, Hood, man, that ain't fair. May have been some legitimate business reasons. And I'll tell you this, I don't know the full negotiations. So you're right, it's unfair to conclude why the fight didn't happen. But the bottom line is we want the matchup. And to me, when you get an opportunity like this, you gotta seize it. You gotta strike while the iron's hot. You gotta go for it. And he didn't. To me, I would have took that opportunity, hit a grand slam. You know what I'm saying? So now we gotta see what he's gonna do. But one thing for sure, Keyshawn got to figure out his next move. While Devin's already in negotiation with Liam Paro. Some say Devin and his team, they structured it a kind of way to where Keyshawn would turn it down and make Devin like Keyshawn put duck sauce on the fried rice. And Devin always wanted to fight Liam Paro. I don't know about all that. All I know is now Devin is in negotiation with Liam Paro. And that'll be a unification fight at 147. And could be down in Australia. Now, talking about someone else who people are saying, is making some bad business choices, Shakur Stevenson. Look, Shakur is a problem, but he ain't fighting. Like, just go and fight. These guys jumping around from different weight divisions, talking about catch weights, man. Everybody shut up and just go scrap, man. But I know he did not want to fight Jose Valenzuela, but now it's looking since he's on Zuffa, Valenzuela's on Zuffa, Shakur will have a choice. He may have to fight Jose Valenzuela. Some people are saying it is what it is. Others saying, well, that's what you get for signing with Zuffa. I'm going to tell you this. I think Shakur deserves a bigger name opponent. That's just my opinion, man. Give him a bigger name opponent. But if they can't give it to him, then he got to stay active and he got to fight the best available competition. And he may not like it, but hey, he could be stuck like Chuck. But until the contracts are signed, the whole matchup remains speculative. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's going on. Because who else is he going to fight, from Zuffa at 135 pounds? Now, someone who he could be fighting down the road, well, he fought already, but could end up rematching is William Zepeda. His stock has risen, boy. He earned praises from a lot of observers, man, showing that a more complete skill set. He looked a lot better than he did against Shakur Stevenson and Tevin Farmer. I saw him in there, man, with defense, improved counterpunching, pressure, IQ, conditioning, speed, combinations. This man was throwing a 1-6. He was throwing 1-6-3-4-5. This man was throwing a 1-6-3-4-5-2. You know how crazy that combination is? He was going from up body, head, body, head. That shit is a crazy combination. But I'll tell you this: anybody fighting him in the future, they're gonna have their hands full. And now Zepeda is saying he wants to become undisputed. So he got his confidence up. But anybody fighting him, good luck. Zepeda is a problem. Now, somebody who was a problem, but right now we don't know what the hell's going on with him. Gervonta Davis. Gervonta. Inactivity. You see, he's supposed to be fighting in 2027. Who he going to fight, I don't know. But, man, I got to express some concern about these long layoffs, man. These fighters with these long layoffs, Earl, Gervonta, I just think it's hard to maintain your momentum when you keep taking these long-ass layoffs, Now, will that affect Gervonta? I would think so. He didn't look that great against Lamont Roach. We saw what Zepeda did to Roach. We even saw what Pitbull had some success, but regular activity is beneficial for sharpness and timing, and Tank hasn't had that. So I don't know what's going to happen with Tank when he comes back. People will come out to see him, but I'm not so sure Tank is that guy anymore. He still had the power, but everything else, I'm not so sure. Been gone out the ring too long, and in his last fight, he didn't look that spectacular anyway. Now, talking about somebody who's just out here going crazy. Clarissa Shields. Like, she no kidding, is a fool, man. Now, I don't know if y'all saw what she put out, but if you can, you can go take a look. She went off on the radio host who asked her about, being with married man, a married man, Papoose. I ain't even gonna play the crap she said. She said a bunch of crazy shit. But this is the thing. Recent interviews have generated discussion, not only about boxing, but also about her professional life and public image. And forthcoming interviews are going to be the same, if not worse. Because now she got a target on her back and they know just what to ask her to get a reaction. She is with a married man, someone's husband. Whether she likes that or not, she is. But one thing for sure, if you ask Clarissa something she don't like, at some point in time, she gonna speak openly about it. And she's not gonna care. I do understand where some people say, you know what? Just focus on her accomplishments in the ring. Don't talk about her personal life. But I mean, that's what these media people do. They know what the people want, and they ask the tough questions. And Clarissa didn't have to answer, but she chose to. So I just think for high-profile athletes, media appearances can expand visibility, but also shift attention away from upcoming fights and personal topics dominate the conversation. And the personal drama, personal issues with Clarissa has been dominating the conversation for quite some time. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think her event in Atlanta is going to do well. I think her mouth has written a check that her ass can't cash, and I think she's going to cause her promoters to lose money. Now, for those of y'all know I'm talking about the Miss Shanika interview. You can't be out here carrying on like that, like Clarissa was doing. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, I'm going to do a separate video talking about that, my reaction to it, because that shit was just crazy. But that being said, man, y'all keep cool. Clarissa Shields, out of control. Keyshawn Davis should have took the fight. Devin Haney looked like he already knew what he wanted to do. Gervonta, figure it out. Opetaia, up and away. And speaking of up and away, William Zepeda, ain't nobody messing with him. William Zepeda's a problem. And I'm up and away right now and in the breeze. Y'all keep cool.